Shit. Let's see who all about to join in. Boy Dane in the building. About to try to beat the rest of this game. And then boy Alex checked in. See here watching that guy. That guy Mike Matei. His little live stream. I was watching that guy AVGN's review earlier. That shit was actually pretty funny. It kind of reminded me of like one of his older reviews that he used to do, where he just was making like funny jokes about the game. So actually impressed by it. Oh wow, that's what's up, man. Do you have any video reviews? Because I know with these fucking reviews, man, they take a long time to create. I know with myself personally, I'm actually about to start recording for the Cap Attack. I've been just having a lot of personal stuff I've been dealing with my business and just shit going on in my life. We're trying to move and get everything situated. So I kind of really haven't had as much time to stream and to work on it as much as I want to. But I'm about to get on it starting this week though, because I know before I know it, it's gonna be October and shit. I'm actually gonna have it done. So well, I want to have that shit done though this year. If I don't have it done this year, the Cap Attack, then I'm definitely gonna have it done next year. But that's not an easy game to beat. I want to actually beat the game, so I'm gonna have to really focus on it. Oh wow, that's cool. I didn't know it was a new Sonic game. I can't believe they still make Sonic. It's a new Sonic game. Yeah, that's how it usually is. I know when I usually do my reviews, that first week is always the roughest week trying to work on it because I always have to force myself to write, sit there, play the game, then transfer all that footage over. And I got to admit, when I was in college and I wasn't demanding as much, having to be, calling my maintenance guy and making sure he doing the right little stuff and calling tenants and giving people rides and helping people out and all this other stuff I got going on personally now. If I didn't have as much going on with that, then I'd probably be having more motivation to do it. But I ain't gonna lie, when I was in college doing that stuff, it seemed like I was able to kind of get those reviews done quicker because I didn't have as much demand on me, especially when I was younger. But it's like as I get older, it's like you be having more responsibility, so you don't be having as much time to work on this stuff like you want to. Well, at least I don't right now. I will probably a little later. Yeah, but the first week of trying to do reviews and stuff, like when you start recording, that's always the hardest week. Shit, I remember when I used to do my reviews in the very beginning, I used to knock some of those shits out in like 3 days. Matter of fact, when I was doing that Genesis, the Sonic Genesis review, I remember I did Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and I think I did Sonic 3D Blast in that review as well. And then I reviewed like parts of Sonic 4 Episode 1 when it was out at that time. Man, I remember that was when I was on I think that was like winter break when I was in my second year in college. Cause that was shortly after no, that was actually before the door got kicked in. That was my first year of college. No, that was my second year of college. That was 2010. So that was my second year of college. And yeah, I remember that whole week we were on winter break. I stayed at home because I didn't come up here to Atlanta for the break. And I remember I had worked on all the reviews because I told myself during this break I'm about to do a whole like Christmas special with that shit. And I remember I did them reviews like back to back to back, like literally after I got done with one, while one was uploading on the on YouTube, I had another one that was processing on Windows Movie Maker at that time, editing. And then while that was editing, I probably was doing the gameplay and playing the footage of another one, like doing another one, recording that. I remember I was working on them shits like a fucking machine. And then while that was editing, I probably was doing the gameplay. Never forget that. But I know production wise, I try to add more to my reviews now, so that shit just be taking longer now. I'm not even gonna lie. So that's why honestly they don't be coming out as frequent as they used to, because I be trying to add more production value to it. Yeah, you back in school now, so yeah, that's good. That's why I used to do it when I used to do my reviews. And when I was in school all at the same time. Well, see, it was harder for me. I'm not gonna lie, dude, because I was a history major, so shit. Damn, I was a history major, so we had to write them fucking research papers. And with them motherfuckers, like, you might have to work on that shit for like months. So it was no really no different than working on a review. So that shit was like a lot of strategizing and just a lot of just trying to plan things out. I remember in 2012, that was one of the hardest times I remember ever trying to make a review. God damn. 2012 was like the hardest time ever trying to make a review, because I remember I had to take like that was like when I had started getting into my major. I had to take like three what were they called, like level 4 classes or some shit. That was like when I had started getting into my major. I had to take like wow, new models. Level 4 classes. Wow, that's crazy. Man, I remember I had to start taking those level 4 classes and shit. We had to do those damn research papers. And like I said, those were like 10-page, 15-page papers you had to do. And in the midst of doing that, I still was trying to knock my reviews out. If I can remember right, this was in 2012. So that means I must have been working on Thunderstrike Operation Phoenix. That was the only review I had done in the fall of 2012, I remember. So damn, this fucking sleazy bastard. Yeah, I remember I knocked that shit out, but I actually planned on doing Rebel Raiders Operation Nighthawk that semester, but I never had a chance to do it because shit, I had so many research papers I had to do. That shit was overwhelming. But I never had a chance to do it because shit, I had so many research papers I had to do. That shit was overwhelming. Fuck. God damn, man. Fuck this dude. Yeah, but that's one thing I don't miss about college was having to plan shit out like that. And I remember when I was in my 4th year. Technically, it was I didn't graduate until like 6 years after I started school in 2009. I didn't finish until 2015. Like it wasn't like because academically I was failing. It's just shit. That shit was expensive. Like I could only afford to take like 12 hours a semester, so that was what I did. But yeah, I remember my 4th year, I had this dude named Dr. Van Wagen, and he was a cool professor. And he used to try to make us do all this extra shit. We had an assignment. We had to go and interview a person that was like at war or some shit like that. I remember we had to do that. And I remember I had faked the interview. I remember I got my roommate Jay. I got him to act like he was like a veteran that had fought in in Fallujah over there in Iraq and shit like that. I had just got him to act like he was a soldier. I had wrote up an interview for him and everything. And I was like, dude, I can't afford to fail this assignment. I ended up getting a D in that dude class because it was so much shit that he had us trying to do. We had to do that. I mean, it was some cool assignments, but I'm like, bro, I didn't have time to do all that shit. Like, I'm like, dude, I'm trying to pay my fucking rent. I got like 3 other classes. I got like 3 other research papers for. Like, you trying to get us to do way too much shit. Yeah, I never forget. I had got my roommate Jay to play like this soldier, and I had recorded the interview and everything like that. And this idiot, he really believed that he was in the military and did all that stuff. But I'll never forget. It was one time I was in that guy's class and we had to do an assignment, and I literally verbatim had copied everything that was out of the textbook and or off an internet site and wrote it down. And I remember he had caught me for plagiarism, and I never forget that dude had brought me to his office, and he was just like, like, come on now. He was telling me, he was like, come on, Chase, don't bullshit me. Like, I know you just got this shit off the internet. And I remember the guy, like, he was actually pretty cool. And ironically, he was a filmmaker. He was like, Chase, I see something in you. He was like, you don't really need to be doing this history shit. And ironically, me and him used to talk about like film and stuff a lot. And he told me, he was like, dude, like, I see that you're gonna be a filmmaker. I never forget when he said that shit. And ironically, he didn't know anything about the game reviews because I was doing that at the time. But I never forget, he was like, you're gonna end up being a filmmaker. He saw it in me. Yeah, like that guy actually really made us do that. Like he had us doing that. The interview we had to go. I remember I had to go to downtown Statesboro, and it was like a statue of Abraham Lincoln or a Confederate memorial. It was something that was like a post set in downtown Statesboro, and I remember I had to go there and do research on it and do this like to show like I guess some racist shit that was like behind it. But I mean that's everywhere in the South, so. But I remember I had to do that, and I'm just thinking like he had us like going. We had to go and find. I remember it was like an actual post, like a real like historical post. Like we had to go and find one. I'm like, dude, like we don't have time to do all that shit. Like I got like 4 other classes I'm taking. I mean, he had a good idea, but I'm like, dude, this is your first year teaching. Like you got to realize like people don't got time to do all that. He had a good idea. But I'm like, dude, this is your first year teaching. Like, you gotta realize, like, people don't got time to do all that. I'm like, dude, this is your first year teaching. Damn it. And I felt bad when I cheated on the assignment or plagiarized. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, shit, I didn't have time to do it. I had, like I said, I had like 3 other research papers I had to do. I'm like, man, I'm like, bro, I really don't got time for this shit. Like, I'm trying to get the hell out of this class. I mean, hell, I'm paying for this shit anyway. That's one thing I can't wait to go to Statesboro to be around like a bunch of college kids. It's just going to be funny to sit back and tell them exactly how everything is gonna go, like, because seriously, like, it's like, why are you gonna be a psychology major or some shit like that when, yeah, you could probably do something with it, but at the end of the day, all it's gonna do is just lead you to a bunch of debt and a bunch of phone calls that you're gonna get randomly at 10 o'clock in the morning from a 1-800 number and a bunch of denials on apartments and car loans. Like, that's literally all that shit is gonna get you. That's literally all that shit is gonna get you. You gotta be slick on this fucking game, bro. Damn, this son of a bitch. Yeah, I could confirm that shit too, man. I remember I was trying to get an Istera last year. Went up there to the dealership, ran my credit, and everything was fine. It's like my credit really is straight. Like I don't owe no. I don't have no evictions on my record. I don't have no credit card debt. I've never even had a credit card before. I always pay stuff cash. Cars, apartments. Like I always try to pay stuff whole. Like I don't like doing like payments and shit. So. Went to the dealer. I'm sitting here trying to get the car loan and shit. They telling me because of my student loan that I can't even damn qualify. Like the interest rates would be too fucking high. Like damn. And even when I moved into my apartment, I remember they told me, they was like, yeah, your credit score, we showing a default that you got it from the U.S. Department of Education. We showing a default on 2 loans that you took out. So we gonna have to show that you making 3 times the rent. I'm like, wow, like. So yeah, man, it's like that. That fucking. That's all that shit is gonna get you in the end. It's gonna get you a bunch of phone calls about $1,000 debt that you gotta pay a month that you probably never gonna pay off, and a bunch of denials and shit. So why even go to college and do that? That's what I'm thinking. Like, it's gonna be amazing for a college student to be around me. I'm like, I need a camera guy and an editor. I actually am gonna have money to pay them. By the time they graduate, shit, they probably be damn near making a salary of like $40,000, $50,000 a year, I would say. And they'll be what, about 23, 24 years old? Hell, when I was that age, I was working at McDonald's. So I wish somebody would have came and presented some shit like that to me when I was in college. I knew the whole time that I was getting ripped off. Somebody would have came and presented some shit like that to me when I was in college. I knew the whole time that I was getting ripped off. Fuck! Thing is, these fucking ninjas are so fast, I don't even think the dog could catch them. Yeah. Thing is, these fucking ninjas are so fast, I don't even think the dog could catch them. Oh, shit. Oh. Damn! Yeah, dude, like college is I mean, I never forget, man. One time I was in the library. I remember I was in this class I had called professional editing, and I never forget it because I had this professor. She wasn't a professor yet; she had her master's, but she used to just tell us to call her Joanna. Joanna had to be about in her 30s, like I would say at that time. She had to be kind of young, but I remember it was this white woman. I ain't gonna lie, this white woman was fine as hell. I'll never forget her. I'm like, damn, I done had all these old hats as professors and stuff all these years, and I finally got this fine ass lady. I'm like, damn, like, I'll never forget her though. But I remember we were in her class one day, and I remember we had to go to the library, and I never forget, it was these two white girls. They were talking about like they majors and stuff like that, and how like they were trying to figure out what they were gonna do after college and things like that. And if this was what 2014, that mean I was about a year away. So yeah, I pretty much knew I had to work at McDonald's and do all that shit when I graduated. And I never forget, they were just sitting there talking and saying, you know, what was going on and shit. And I remember they were like, you know, yeah, we just trying to figure out why are we in college. And I never forget, I was looking around in the library. I saw a Starbucks there, and then I saw another little bagel place, and then I saw another place where you could buy some books and buy pencils and all this shit. And I looked and just interrupted their conversation. I was like, y'all don't see what's going on? This shit is a fucking business. And I never forget, new girls had just froze. Like they looked like they had just like seen a ghost on Unsolved Mysteries or something. I never forget when I had told them that. And I remember I was just telling them like, yeah, like you got to have a plan with this thing. Like this thing is a business, bro. It's not about education. And I remember I was just telling them like, yeah, like you got to. Oh, you think your tuition going up every year? Your tuition is going up every year because they competing with other universities that's nearby, wherever the location is that you at, and they comparing the market rate. It's no different than apartments or houses or something. It's the same scheme. Whatever the market rate is, they're gonna just keep going up on the tuition based on that. It's the same thing. Whatever the market rate is, they gonna just keep going up on the tuition based on that. Yeah, you gotta be that way, man. See, and what I wish I had been able to do when I was in college was work. See, I fucked up when I had got fired from McDonald's because see that happened. That happened when I was 18 years old. That was in my first year. Like I was in my first year in college. No, 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 no. Yeah, that was in my first year in college. I left Statesboro when I was 23 years old. That was I was 18 when that happened. And within that 5 year span, Alex, I didn't work. I didn't even work a job. I couldn't even find a job in Statesboro. It was so much nepotism and so much goddamn nothing going on. I couldn't even fucking work down there. The only fucking jobs that were available was like Claxton Chicken Farmhouse and working in warehouses and shit. And my schedule didn't allow me to do that. Chicken farmhouse and working in warehouses and shit, and my schedule didn't allow me to do that. Yeah, these ninjas are annoying, man. Yeah, these ninjas are annoying. Damn! This is way harder than it looks like. Damn! This is way harder than it looks like. God, I hate this motherfucker. 2, 3. No! Where the fuck are they? Oh, it's the white bitch. Damn. White bitch almost had me killed. Oh, it's the white bitch. Yeah, working online is easier. I know me personally, I just can't do it. I don't have the patience to sit there on a computer all day and and then you got those metrics involved, people telling you when to get up, when to piss, when to shit, when to eat. Yeah, I just can't work like that. Like I like the freedom of doing this handyman shit because ain't nobody bothering me, ain't nobody telling me what to do, ain't nobody trying to micromanage. I'm the one that's micromanaging, I'm the one that's making the money, I'm the one that's creating the demand. That's always been my thing. Is I always try to do whatever I'm doing that's making money. It's always like something that I gotta not mind doing, and it has to have a demand for it. Like there's not many things out here that a man can really do, honestly, besides some handyman type shit. So I guess that's just why I'm doing it. It's not many things out here that a man can really do, honestly, besides some handyman type shit. So I guess that's just why I'm doing it. Oh shit. Damn. I don't remember this thing being this fucking hard. Damn. Oh shit! Almost tripped over my cord. God damn it, my toes and got caught in between the cord. Shit. Got some webby ass feet like a damn frog. What do you do online, Alex? Between the cord. Got some webby ass feet like a damn frog. What do you do online? Oh, I hit him. Good. Ah! All right. Oh, that's pretty cool. And it's interesting, Dane. I was just thinking about James with that, cause he's out there in L.A. pretty much doing the same thing what Alice is doing. And it had me thinking, like, I'm pretty sure with those expensive, absorbent ass costs out there in LA, he can't be out there living all that good. I'm thinking if he was eating PB&Js and spinach in Statesboro, he probably out there eating fucking rocks and goddamn potatoes that he done damn scraped off of the ground if he living in LA, because the expenses out there are fucking ridiculous. Like, he probably paying like $3,000 probably to be somebody's roommate. Like, I wouldn't dare want to live out there. If I were him, I would be doing art online, because he actually been working with Chaz recently. He had that guy Ameen who had did the little album. James was the one that did the cover to his album. And it just had me thinking, I'm like, well, I don't know why the hell he's living in LA. He might as well could just move back to Georgia. Like, it'd be much cheaper. Because I couldn't dare live out there paying all that absorbent ass money. I saw this guy named Big Herc on YouTube. Pretty interesting guy. He made like videos about people who came out of prison and stuff. And he's from LA. And he showed like this video on like the homeless people out there. And it's like literally like over out there, like people just be like under bridges, like caped up against those, like, those sides and what the tunnels and shit is under the bridge. I got one right down the street from me. People just in there caped up with tents and all kind of shit. And what's interesting, the homeless thing is pretty bad here in Atlanta as well too. And I could show y'all. I've showed like a little brief thing of it all before in one of my cleaning videos. But shit, it's the same thing here. It's like the living costs are too fucking high. And it's a lot of people that go there that want to be these starving artists and stuff, but they don't really want to work a job. And they end up going there paying these absorbent living costs, and they can't afford it. So eventually they gotta end up being homeless because they don't have money to move back home. So I just feel like I wouldn't dare want to do that shit. I'll just be like an online artist just like you, Alex. That's what I'm getting ready to be doing. Everything I'm about to be doing and trying to monetize from this point forward really is going to be on my own website, or it's going to be right here on the Scorpio&Sebek Universe channel, or it's going to be on that Sebek Houdini channel. Like, literally everything I do from this point forward. Like, I'm not even going to be... I thought about even making DVDs and stuff like that, but the DVD era is kind of dead. Like, nobody's really like... Oh, shit. Nobody really hoards like physical content no more. It's good, it's nostalgic to have, but it's expensive to create. So all the shit I'm about to be doing really is about to be digital. Yeah. It's nostalgic to have, but it's expensive to create. So all the shit I'm about to be doing really is about to be digital. Yeah, the poverty is insane these days because the living costs are high. Here in Atlanta, well, when I got my first apartment here in 2000, and that was December of 2017. The average living cost, and I live in a median income area where the median income is like $89,000. Like this is a pretty high end area over here. It's not no ghetto ass area. In fact, here it's normal for people to leave their doors unlocked and just do whatever they want to do. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, every neighborhood I've ever lived in kind of has always been like that. But the average rent at that time, I think, was probably about maybe $1,100. It was about what I'm paying now. When I look at the average rent that's in this same area right now, it's $1,400. No. Yeah, $1,400. $1,400 for the like for a crummy apartment, just like what I got. I think the pandemic has kind of like driven a lot of these prices up because things. I don't know. It's made things crazy. Even today, I just saw my little bank cleaning job that I do. Like shit, today was my last day doing it. Now I got to go to another location and have my hours diminished. So I might file for unemployment with that. So hopefully that'll help me get the hell out of here. But shit, I lost that contract. And last year in July, I lost the contract when I was cleaning at a courthouse that's here in DeKalb County. I had lost that shit around last July. It's like, but all of it, I think, is related to this COVID shit. Because a lot of these companies, they can't really afford to pay this stuff. So, yeah, this shit, this COVID shit is kind of making everything get more expensive. And I'm also blaming Biden for this shit too. It seems like since Biden been in office, man, everything is going up. Like gas is expensive as hell, groceries expensive as hell, living costs are expensive, and then you got these fucking communist ass wages that they paying out here, $10 and $11 an hour. But like I said, you got to pay like $1,400 a month to live. So it's ridiculous. These fucking communist ass wages that they paying out here, $10 and $11 an hour. But like I said, you got to pay like $1,400 a month. Yeah, that's good. But I'm not gonna lie, Alex, man. If you could find somebody that's trustworthy enough that you could roommate with, I would honestly suggest that, cause I don't really see nothing wrong with no roommates. Shit, I tell people all the time, like shit. I had never seen Dane on campus before I had met him. I never had seen Shanita, Marcus, Jay, James, or Dan. I had never had seen any of y'all on campus before. To this day, y'all are like the closest people that I still talk to, even from people that I've been knowing 20 years in Riverdale. I'm more cool with y'all than I am with them. So it's like like you'd be amazed like who you'll end up meeting and what y'all what kind of bond y'all could grow together, like with living one another and stuff. But I would suggest to get a roommate. That would save you money. And then you want to live with somebody that can also be helpful with your business as well. Because like I said, at this point, if I'm gonna be living with a bunch of college kids, that's probably like damn near 10 years younger than me. Hell, I would just mold one of them to be my camera guy, and I'm gonna mold the other guy to be my editor. Like, shit, I mean, like I said, I can make somebody a cameraman or an editor based on the stuff I know how to do. As long as they just listen to what I'm saying. I ain't a hard person to work with, so. Based on the stuff I know how to do. As long as they just listen to what I'm saying. I'm the hard person to work with. So. Shit, and especially with me, I can't be a hard person to work with. If I was able to get Dan to do Scarface, Mr. Clean, it was hard getting him to do Mr. Clean. I remember. Shit, and especially with me, I can't be a hard person to work with. Man, he used to act like he never wanted to work. I used to be so patient with that man. So if I was able to do that, then I can't be a difficult person to work with, and I pay. Ah. Yeah. There's not too many good people you can meet here in Georgia. Like, you got some good people, but you honestly do have here you in Atlanta, you have a lot of opportunists. Like, you really do, man. Not too many good people you can meet. You got some good people, but you honestly do have here you in Atlanta, you have a lot of opportunities. What? Damn, the dog did a backflip. Wow. You said 8 years in college and he hasn't gotten a job in 2 years? So imagine how much his debt is. If he was in film school, I know his debt got to be like six figures. I know it got to be. I'm thinking shit. I only took out a loan for 4 years, and that was at a public university, and my shit is all the way up to like damn $40,000 because of interest and shit. So I know his shit at like six figures, and he probably had to take out a private loan. They don't. I don't think the federal government give a loan for folks that's trying to go to like a specialized school like that. Man, he would have came out better going out of high school or going to a 2 year college like I did and getting that little refund, getting an associate's and just leaving that shit alone. He would have came out better doing that. Wow! He does security. Wow! Whoa! That's what I was saying, boy. That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, that's why I told myself, yeah, like I'm just gonna go on and get this little 4 year degree, and the only reason I completed it because I'm like, hey, I'm already in debt with this shit. The least I could damn do is just finish this shit out. So I went on ahead and just got that fucking degree, and I said I'm never going to no college again. I ain't paying for none of this shit. The only way I ever go to school again is if I got like a grant somehow that paid for that shit. But I'll be damned if I ever take out a loan. I never forget when I had to sign that first loan. That was in the summer of 2011. I remember that was when I was moving over there to University Village. I never forget because I was sitting over there at Jimmy's apartment because I had to stay with him for like 3 weeks because I had to move out of my house. I had to stay over at his apartment for like 3 weeks, and I remember he had just moved out of there, so I had to basically sneak in there every day. Shit, and I wasn't even supposed to be there. I had to just sneak in the little room that he had before he moved out, and they luckily did check the room. So I had to sleep in that motherfucker until I was able to get my apartment. I remember I had to move all my stuff over there by myself. But I never forget that summer when I was sitting in his living room and I was on my laptop, and I remember they had showed in that little letter. They said that when you sign this paper, you have to pay this loan back in 5 or 6 months after you graduate. We gonna start asking for that money. I never forget when I saw that damn that wording in that in that loan, and I did not want to sign that loan, man. I felt like that was a death sentence. I was feeling like fucking Snoop when he had did that murder was the case. I was like, man, like I did not want to sign that shit. And to this day, them bastards still be asking me for money. Hell, they barely even want me to file my taxes every year unless I pay them. So I was like, man, like I'm like, yeah, that loan is some bullshit. And to this day, them bastards still be asking me for money. Hell, they barely even want me to file my taxes every year unless I pay them. So I'm like, yeah, that loan is some bullshit. You kicked the shit out of him. Y'all saw that? Damn! Yeah, that's the thing. Like, okay, I know a lot of people that's making pretty decent money, but it's like they had to reroute they whole shit. Like you said, like it's like that security thing is actually not that bad. It's actually this girl. Cause I clean at the Apple store, and I remember this girl told me that they get about like $35 or $40 an hour, and they even get time and a half. So they making pretty good money. But that's not what you wanted to do, like you said. Like I'm not like I said, anything I put my money into, it's gotta fulfill me back times 10. So if I'm putting in $50,000 into some shit for a fucking history degree or whatever, that means that shit gotta be making me goddamn shit $100,000 a year. You know? So I don't know. Like when you look at it financially with the school shit, like when you look at how much money you put into the deal and how much you trying to get back, like you ain't getting shit back out of it. If all I got back was, like I said, a bunch of phone calls at 4 o'clock in the evening, a bunch of denials on car loans and apartments and goddamn shit, any furniture, whatever the hell I might want to get, it wasn't worth the deal. I mean, that's all you really got to look at it. Like I just look at everything now like it's a business deal. What am I getting on the end of it, and what is the other person getting on their end? With that school shit, the motherfuckers got my time, they got my money. Mainly, they got my time, because I'm thinking within all that goddamn time I was in school, shit, I could have been working a regular ass McDonald's job and shit. I'd be damn near a millionaire right now off that shit. I couldn't find a fucking job in Statesboro. That's why I couldn't put out a lot of the reviews that y'all didn't start seeing until now. You think y'all really think that Death Trap Dungeon, I couldn't have made that back in 2013 or something like that? Y'all really think that I couldn't make Vice City Stories? I had the idea of Vice City Stories in 2014. Because I remember I used to watch Dan playing that shit all the time. I was like, you know what? That game looked like a pretty good GTA to review. And I remember I told him, I said, Dan, I'm about to graduate in next semester. What I'm going to do is I'm about to go to Atlanta. I'm about to get me a job. I'm about to stack my money up and get some equipment. And I'm about to come down here in a year, and me and you going to work on this review. I remember I told him that. He didn't believe me. Sure enough, that next year I called him and told him that. But shit, I found out that they was, they couldn't get along with each other, and they were moving out, and they were having kids and getting married and shit. I'm like, damn, like y'all didn't stay focused, bro. I came back, I said, man, I came back up here. Hell, I was making a lot of money. Like I said, I was buying thousands of dollars of worth of equipment and merchandise and shit. I literally did exactly what I said. My last semester, I remember I had got the max amount of my refund that I could get. Damn, you got shot. Damn. Try to somersault him. Remember, I got the max amount of my refund. And it was like when I got my first refund when I was in my 2-year college I went to. Because like I told y'all before, I did terrible on the ACT. Hell, I had a fucking 17 on that bitch. I had a 17 on that. When I took the SAT, I had like a 310 on the writing, a 300 on the math, and like a 290 on critical thinking and shit. I didn't know what the hell them kind of questions was they was asking on that. So I had to go to a 2-year college, but that was the best thing that happened to me because it was cheaper. My tuition went but like $1,300. So I had the Hope Scholarship because I graduated high school with like a 3.3 GPA. So shit, I had the low in Georgia. We got that shit, the Hope Scholarship, where basically they pay a third of your tuition, and I had that low federal Pell Grant. So I didn't have to take out. God damn, I didn't have to take out no loans when I went to that shit. Shit, they paid me a refund every year. And I never forget when I got my first refund. It was in the fall of 2009. It was in September. It was around this time, I remember. God damn, I can't believe how long ago this shit was, bro. Holy shit, we talking 12 years ago now. Oh my god, I just showed my age. Oh. Fuck. Yeah, I remember it was around this time. I never forget. It was I remember all that. I didn't believe folks when they said that they was gonna really give you a refund for like $2,000, $3,000. I ain't believe that shit because I ain't never even seen this kind of money like that. I had to work for that kind of money. I mean, the only time I had seen some money like that was when I saved up that money at McDonald's and bought my car. Other than that, I ain't never seen no $2,000 before. Folks was saying, yeah, man, shit, I just woke up. I got $2,000. I never forget it was this one dude in my algebra class. That dude was like, shit, boy, when I woke up and got my first refund check, nigga, I woke up like it was Christmas. I was laughing my ass off. He said that shit. And I remember that whole day I kept calling that one account. It was this little card called an Easy Refund card. I remember I was calling that card the whole damn day. He kept saying your Easy Refund balance is $0, $0. I'm like fuck, fuck, fuck. Finally, I remember it was 4 o'clock. I called that motherfucker. That shit said your Easy Refund balance is 2,000. As soon as I heard that too, I remember I jumped in my car. I went straight to GameStop and I had bought a PlayStation 3. That motherfucker was $321. I never forget that, boy. Woo, I never forget when I first got that refund. That was one of the funniest times ever. It was ironic because when I went to Walmart that day trying to buy a PS3, they had just came out with the PS3 Slim because this was in '09. I went to Walmart. Ironically, it was a high school student. He was in there buying the last one that day, and I thought he had just got his refund, but he said he was just a regular high school kid. And I was like, damn. So I remember I had to go to GameStop and buy that shit. I remember I went in there and bought it. Everybody was looking at me. They was like, oh shit, he just bought a PS3. And I was like, oh, let me get out of here. Like, it was like I had fucking stole the magic wand or something like that. I had to get the hell up out of there. I never forget that shit, boy. Dang. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, I got to admit, I wasn't playing that shit. Because when I started college, like I said, I think it was a blessing in disguise that I never was good at standardized tests, but I could always pass my classes. So I wanted to go to Georgia Southern, which was a 4-year public university. I wanted to go there, but shit, my scores wasn't allowing me to get in that bitch. So I said, fuck it, I'm about to just go to East Georgia, because at the time they had a little 2-year college that was there, but you could take the classes on Georgia Southern campus. So I didn't even have to go 40 miles away on their campus and take them classes. I could take all the classes right there in Statesboro. So it was perfect. And I was there literally the last year before they had transferred over, where you had to start going to another campus. And all I had to do was just get 30 hours and just transfer into Georgia Southern. All that SAT and ACT bullshit didn't even matter. And I just thank God that I did terrible on them tests, and I had to go to a 2-year school, and my tuition was low. That shit saved my ass. Fuck. God damn. Damn, she doing you like fucking like Jerry Heller or somebody like that. The dude who was over NWA. Yeah, I got to admit, that's one thing. That's one thing I never played about was my money. I was always very independent with my money. Very independent. Shit, I remember when I was a baby. Uh, Me and Chaz used to always fight all the time because I would always save my money and stash it away, and he would always go steal my money, and me and him used to always fight about that shit. I was always good with my money. I was always good with my money from the whole shit ever since I can remember. Like I said, doing that. I remember when I was young, like I said, giving my mom money for bills. Like I said, when I was about like 12 years old, money that I would get from my dad. Because I remember my mom was, would let me know, like, you living here and, I'm taking care of you and stuff like that. It made sense to me. It's like, any little money that I get should go towards helping out, because that's a lot to be out here taking care of somebody, whether you their child or whomever. So from doing that, to Like I said, by the time I was 17, 16 years old, I always, like I said, wanted to have my own stuff. It's funny that we sit here talking about this because I was thinking to myself earlier, like, that's why I never had a problem, like, trying to find an apartment or trying to find a car and stuff like that. Because when I was about, like, 12, 10 years old, 13 years old, I literally used to try to be looking for apartments and looking for cars and stuff like that. I used to look in the little Auto Trader magazine trying to find cars. I remember I used to look on like magazines and stuff looking for apartments. I used to do this stuff. I used to like do this when I was young. So when I got older, I always knew how to find deals on stuff. Like magazines and stuff looking for apartments. I used to do this stuff. I used to like. So by the time I was 16 years old, it was normal for me to buy a car. Like I said, I saved up that money literally from me working at McDonald's. I didn't spend none of my checks. And now, mind you, my mom, she did try to pressure me into paying bills and doing little stuff like that. Because I was thinking about that earlier. I remember that summer, that guy Williams, who I was telling y'all about, who got our door kicked in, he was living with us that summer. And I remember me and him, I remember he was working at Subway at the time. And I remember he used to give me a ride back and forth to work. And though, if it wasn't for that man doing that, shit, I probably wouldn't have my car to this day. Because he was the reason I was able to even get back and forth for like a lot of them days. My mom didn't want to do that shit. So, I remember doing that and stacking like I said, I didn't spend none of my checks from like April of 2008. Minimum wage in 2008 was $5.85, bro. That was before they bumped it up to $7.25. That was before the recession even happened. The recession happened that fall, I remember. I remember when I was saving up to get my first car, my minimum wage was $5.85. I didn't spend none of them checks. I didn't spend none of them checks. And damn. And like literally from that August, I mean that April of 2008 to that August of 2008. I remember I didn't spend none of them checks, and I remember I moved to Atlanta with $2,000 cash because I didn't even have a damn bank account. Shit, I didn't even have a fucking bank account. I remember I didn't spend none of them checks, and I remember I moved to Atlanta with $2,000 cash because I didn't even have a damn bank account. What type of account? I didn't have a fucking bank account. I moved to Atlanta. I remember that was in 2008. Yeah, I had stacked up like $2,000 working at McDonald's. I didn't spend none of my fucking checks. Moved to Atlanta. I remember that was in 2008. Dude, I've been away from my mom for like 10 years now. I'm 30 years old. Oh, you talking to Alex? Oh. Yeah, but I remember that was in 08. I had fucking stacked up like 2 G's, moved to Atlanta with that $2,000, and I said, because I remember I was gonna get an apartment. That was shit. I was like 16, 17 years old at this time. I was gonna try to get an apartment at that time. Fuck. Ooh, that was fast. And I remember I was gonna try to get an apartment, but that idea didn't work out. So I said, "Fuck it, I'm about to buy a car." Fucking stacked up 2 G's and bought my first car. Oh shit, y'all! I just saw a water bug. Damn, I'm gonna have to kill him. All right, we back. I would honestly suggest for you young men, as far as like entry level work and trying to figure out like what to do after college and all that stuff, I would suggest get you like some type of general labor type of work, because you got to realize that in this country right now, and in the type of society we're living in, we're no longer living in a society where we're the ones that's producing stuff. Like, we basically are the ones that, when things are manufactured overseas, they shipped here, and we just are wrapping stuff up, unpackaging it, and then putting it on retail shelves. Like, those are basically the kind of jobs you have out here now. It's a few little career things that you probably be able to get into, but it's not long lasting. It ain't like it's gonna be guaranteed for you, especially like being an artist. So one of the highest things I would suggest for you would be like to learn some type of general labor thing, and use that money to invest in whatever it is you want to do, because that's the highest demand out here. And you know, that's gonna allow you to pay your rent. That's gonna not allow you to be all frustrated trying to figure out what you're gonna do and stuff. And honestly, it's gonna always keep you it's gonna keep you busy, and it's gonna always keep money in your pocket. And while you have people that's your peers, complaining about what they trying to do and how they gonna do it and stuff, you ain't gonna really have those issues. In fact, you'll have more money than you'll know to even what to even do with it. I'm gonna be honest, like I told y'all my story, like I was explaining to y'all, in '08 when I got up here to Atlanta, I bought my first car when I was 16. I had just turned 17 years old. It was a week after my 17th birthday. I had bought my first car. I got that car to this day right now. Y'all saw that car in one of my videos. So did that. Moved in my first house that next year. Well, my mom already had that set up for us, but that was a huge responsibility. I was 17 years old. Like, when I moved in that house, shit, when I first got in there, like, before that, it was Williams, my brother, and it was my boy DZ Montana. He was in there, but DZ was such a damn slacker. He was in that bitch for like shit. That nigga Chaz told me that boy DZ went to class for 1 fucking week. That boy DZ went to class for 1 week and didn't go back to class ever since. That May, he had got the fuck up out of there and never came back to Statesboro. It was another dude we knew down there named Dre. Bro was just down there buying polos and eating people's french fries and stuff. Man, that man was such a damn a water bug. Like, he was living like a damn nomad down there. They was like, that nigga was going in there stealing people's. They were saying that he was getting like $300-$600 from his grandma, but he would go and buy like $500 worth of polos and shoes and all that shit. But the stomach could be growling. I'm talking about stomach could be touching his ribs and shit. He ain't never buy no groceries. I remember they was like he was always eating other people's food. But dude, you getting like $600-$700 from your grandma. You spoiled. Man, I never forget. Chaz was like, he was always trying to figure out like where the hell the dishes was at, and like what the hell was going on. Man, they was like, this man was like hiding dishes under his bed and stuff because he never wanted to wash the damn dishes. One of the funniest stories that I heard about him, though, I never forget, Chaz was saying like after he moved out, and ironically I had Dre's room because that was my old room when we first moved to Statesboro in '06. Man, I never forget, Chaz was like, when he had moved out, he had noticed like a whole bunch of like white tissue that was like hard and shit, like a whole bunch of hard white tissue that was like under the bed and shit like that. And you already know what the fuck he was doing when he was in there, with that shit. So, but I moved in that house when I was 17, man. Moved in there. I had just graduated. Damn, I had just graduated high school. Shit, I graduated high school that Friday. That Sunday, I was already in that house dealing with that situation. I get there, I found out they got goddamn $260 worth of back rent that they haven't paid from late fees and shit. About $300 worth of back bills on the Georgia Power electricity bill. It was like $100 overdue on the damn water bill. I'm coming into this shit. I'm like, wow. Like, I had to use my graduation money to get my car straight and then to pay on all these back bills and shit that I didn't have shit to do with. And this is my introduction into adulthood. And on top of the fact that I was fresh in Statesboro without no job. And I had to start college that semester That August I had to start college. So that shit was crazy, bro. Now it got better because I ended up getting my job at McDonald's that January. I got my job back because I had worked there in '08, like I told y'all. So I got my job back that January of 2010, and I had got my little refund. But shit, when I got fired, man, it was over with after that. Like, you couldn't get no job in Statesboro. Shit, this shit was hard as hell to get a fucking job down there. I ended up getting a job. I think, yeah, I did end up getting a job. That was in like 2013. I got a job at this place called Hungry Howie's. But it was so goddamn bad that that like, yeah, I remember it was the dude was an asshole that I had to work with for one, and then I had to work the late night shift. Like, that man was trying to make me work from like 9 at night to like 5 in the morning. I'm like, boy, hell no. Nah. Shit, I gotta get up and go to class at 9 in the morning. Like, how the fuck am I gonna do this? I'm like, boy, I ain't gonna be able to do this shit, bro. But as far as general labor, like specifically, I say you guys should, like, you know, learn a skill. Like, learn plumbing, learn carpentry, learn electrical, learn how to work on appliances, and just learn how to just really stay useful. Like, just learn how to just work. You know, have a good work ethic. I think that's one of the most useful things you can have. Cause see, with me starting out, when I got like I said, I'm going on my little life timeline. After I lost that job at McDonald's, like I said, when I was in Statesboro, man, at that point it was just about trying to sell whatever little weed I could sell, or goddamn, you know, whatever little jug I could do. I could do selling chicken wings. It didn't matter. Like, whatever I could do at that point, that's what I was doing to try to make money. But it was rough down there. I'm not gonna lie, man. It was rough down there. So when I got to Atlanta, I was hungry, and that's when I was working 2 jobs. And like I said, that was after college. I just started stacking up a whole bunch of money, buying my whole bunch of equipment. And it's ironic I'm playing this game because this was the first review that I did when I had bought my camera. I remember because I had bought it, and I was like, you know, it's time for me to start working on some reviews again. And that's when I reviewed this. But I would highly suggest, what would have saved my ass is if I had to learn, like I said, what I told y'all, if I had known about the cleaning thing. Now, I used to kind of look at cleaning and general labor jobs like that. It's like stuff that I just didn't want to do because I did so much of that in my life. So, you know, I didn't want to do this kind of shit. But when I got here and I realized it allowed independence and there was a demand for it, then, you know, like I told y'all before, I'm always looking to do stuff that's in demand and stuff that I could at least have some control over. So that's why I just chose to go ahead and just do it, because, you know, and it worked out. For me doing the cleaning thing, I started doing that. Then I realized, you know, I want to do something else. Like I told y'all, when I used to do those cleaning jobs, I would notice it was these white guys that would always come through. They would be in these big ass 4-door F-150s and shit, chewing their tobacco, and they would come in there, do a, you know, a quick little punch job or something like that for an hour, and then they'll be getting the hell on. I used to talk to some of them. I used to ask them, well, how much are y'all making? $1,000 a week. Some of the contracts was worth $3,000. I'm like, Jesus fuck, like, these boys making money. And I'm like, they ain't even doing nothing but just low basic punch work, just changing doorknobs and putting in garbage disposals and putting on doorknobs and putting on fixing outlet covers. I'm like, they're not even doing nothing that's even really that hard to do. And I'm thinking to myself, it can't be that difficult for me. Hell, I'm a nigga that done graduated high school and college. Like, it can't be that hard for me to learn. And here I am cleaning and shit like that, getting this little bit amount of money, and that's what they doing. And they getting out of here before I am, and they don't have to work as hard. That's when I said, yeah, I gotta get into that shit. I'll never forget. It was in July of 2019. I had just went out to Stonecrest Mall here in Atlanta, this ghetto ass mall that we got, and I had to do this. I had did this charity event that I'm gonna show y'all later in my documentary that I'm gonna put on the Sebek Houdini channel. I remember me and my boy Javon, we went out there. He was my camera guy for the day, and I had did this this charity event with these little girls and these kids and stuff was out there for like a back to school event. But I thought it was gonna be something I could do where I could go sell my merchandise. And I remember I went there and I noticed there was a bunch of niggas there wanting a bunch of free shit. I was out there giving away a bunch of merchandise that like I told y'all, I done spent thousands of dollars on. And I just thought to myself, man, you know what? I need to do that handyman shit, because if these boys is making $1,000 a week, I don't mind doing little charitable stuff like this, but this shit got to make me some money right now. So I don't want to feel like that this shit ain't making no money and it ain't worth me doing. When it is something that probably is going to benefit me in the long run, I need to be doing something right now that's bringing in some income. And that's when the handyman stuff started coming. So I remember I started watching this guy named Let's Vance on YouTube, and this guy named Steve Lavmonier. I started watching them, and I remember that guy Steve Lav, he does like plumbing, HVAC, and mainly like plumbing, HVAC, and like boiler jobs and stuff. That's like shit they got up north. Like we don't really have that down here like that. But I just started noticing, like, when he do it, the kind of work that he do, he don't be working that hard. Shit, he be in his little truck, you know. Like I said, he be doing it the same way like I'm doing now. Same shit. So I'm like, man, this man making good money. And he got his own house that he done had since he was 17 years old. All that's been paid for, that he has. So you can only imagine how much money he got. If he got a house that he had that's been paid for since he was 17, he about 57 now. And you've been doing independent contract work since you were probably like in your 30s. Then you can only imagine how much money that man got stacked up. He had to pay no mortgage. He had to do nothing but pay a light bill and a water bill. So he's living the life. And he did that shit all off of just doing little simple handyman work. The same shit like I show y'all in the videos, changing little faucets. That dude be making the same videos on his channel. He made the same videos. Damn. That dude be making the same videos on his channel. He made the same videos. Yeah, but that guy Dre, he was more than a leech. Like, he was just kind of spoiled. And plus, I gotta remember too, like, that was in 2008, 2009. So that means they had to be about 18, 19 years old. Like, them boys was pretty young. So he didn't really know. He didn't really know no better, you know. He didn't know no better. But I got to admit, I mean, I told y'all my life story. At 17, 18 years old, I wasn't thinking like that. It's interesting because I was just talking to my friend earlier, and she works at this place here in Atlanta. She works like around a bunch of young people that's probably about 19, 20 years old and stuff. And she was telling me how, like, some of them be saying, like, man, I don't really care about this job. I could quit this job, and man, screw this job and all that stuff. And it's just funny, like, how she was just saying, like, they probably live with their parents and stuff, and you know, it's not really like the job really is a burden. It's not like it's something they really need, because they kind of got the support of their parents. And it's just funny because when I was 17, 18 years old, I was thinking no different than I'm thinking right now at 30. I ain't never had that security blanket. Shit. My mom got her hands tied enough with shit she got going on. My dad is non-existent. My family, like I said, they don't help like that. So shit, they always been on me and Chaz, honestly. And I ain't never expected nothing from nobody. So that's why I always been able to just get what I need, because I never expected shit from folks. But I got to admit, my self-sufficiency and wanting to do for myself, that really did allow me to just have a lot of that shit handled, like having an apartment, having a job, like having a car. I just always saw like the importance of that stuff. Like, if you, it's like, you know, as a kid, I saw if you don't have that stuff situated, like, you can't even get stuff done as a kid. So imagine how it's gonna be as an adult. You know, that's how I used to look at it. Get stuff done as a kid. So imagine how it's gonna be as an adult. Yeah, room 2. I remember one of these rooms, there was a bunch of flipping ninjas. That shit was a pain in the ass. But one thing I would suggest too is you just gotta not mind working. And like I said, the way that this country is, it doesn't really favor like intellectuals. Like this ain't like Europe and probably other countries overseas where where you could be an intellectual and find ways to get paid and do different shit. Like this country doesn't really favor that. Like this country favors laborers. If you don't work, if you're not a hard worker, or you're not useful to working for somebody, then people are just gonna deem you useless out here. So you gotta have a strong work ethic in whatever it is you're doing. And like I said, even though I like to doing my film and my game reviews and stuff like that, but the same work ethic that I put into like doing the cleaning shit, and when I was working at McDonald's and having to deal with that, and when I was in school all the way to doing this little maintenance business, it's like the same work ethic that I put into that is the same work ethic that I put into into like doing my the stuff I like doing, Shit. Damn, man. It's the same work ethic. Like I said, when I make them, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show y'all eventually, like a making of like the frustrated game reviewer episodes, cause it's a pretty interesting process. So. Show y'all eventually, like making of like the frustrated episodes, cause it's a pretty interesting process. So. Damn, bro, this dude a bitch. Bruh, what the fuck? Oh shit, I lost my specials. Oh shit, I lost my... Ain't finna work with them. Yeah, I never forget that. Yeah, that boy Deezy came to school. His that man's career was in school was shorter than damn. That shit was shorter than fucking man. That man's career was shorter than damn. It'll come to my head in a minute. I'll think of something funny. I'm just kind of really thinking like how crazy that shit is. Cause it never, like I said, I know it used to be hard for me to get up and go to class, but damn, like 1 week. I'm just kind of really thinking like how crazy that shit is. And you gotta realize you gotta spend money on that school shit too. Like that shit ain't free, you know. You gotta realize you gotta spend money on that school shit too. Like that shit ain't free. Yeah, shorter than Britney Spears' marriages. Boy's career was very short. Like, like I don't even think he was in class long enough for them to even recognize who he was. You know how like when you first get into class, the teacher don't even recognize your face until like maybe the second or third week. Like he couldn't even be there long enough for them to even recognize who he was. So even if he never had even registered in the class, and they were saying his name, they probably wouldn't even know who to even look for. Shit. Dang. Saying his name, they probably wouldn't even know who to even look for. Shit. It's about to be a lot of flipping motherfuckers. Holy shit, dude. Oh my god. It's about to be a lot of flipping motherfuckers. Oh. God damn. Ah. Yeah, they really do. Like they place them in the most inconvenient locations. And then they always are intentionally put located there too. Yeah, they really do. Like they place them in locations. But you know that's just perfect programming. God damn, like that's just too many fucking ninjas. See, they want me to be patient and do all that, but I don't know, man. I ain't. There we go. Now this one was the hardest room. I remember this. Because I remember it was those smoke ninjas. I fucking hate them. This game's so stereotypical. Yeah, for real. It's like the 37th chamber right here. It's like the 37th chamber right here. It's like they flips be like landing perfectly on wherever you are. I don't like that shit. It's like they flips be like landing perfectly wherever you are. Oh my god, this fucker. Oh man. What? They respawn? Oh my fucking god, dog. Damn! What? What? How is he not dead? Die. Jeez. Get out the way. Yes. How is he not dead? I remember this nigga was a pain in the fuck. Wait. Yes. See if I can remember this, because I don't really. I remember I gotta stand under this. Damn. Go after him. Oh, it's more of them. I don't like this one hits bullshit. I'm glad they changed that in Shinobi 3. See? What? You gotta start way. Oh. Well, I'm about to say. What? You gotta start way. Oh. I'm about to say. Damn, dog. Oh shit. Yeah, you gotta get rid of. Damn, you gotta get rid of the first two first. Alright, fuck it. We gonna keep going. Keep going. What? Man, come on now. That's some cheap ass shit now. Dang. Okay, my better just using my fucking special. Come on. That's cheap. Man, come on, dog. Damn. It's true. Cause yeah, the lies I be fucked. Yeah. Yeah, the lies I be fucked. Yeah. Dang. Come on, dog. Like it's like I can't really stand the cheap hits like that. It's like, dang, if I'm gonna die, let me die in honor. Shit, don't let me die in cheapness. God damn. Like it's like I can't really stand the cheap like that. I'm gonna die, let me Yeah, these ninjas got way more health. They're not like the blue ones. And then when he sends out the second wave of ninjas, he sends them out both at once. And this is the hardest part because I gotta watch one on one side, and then I gotta watch the other one. Like, he sends out the second wave of ninjas. I gotta watch one on one side, and I gotta watch the other one. There's too many of them now. Fuck. Yo, come on, man. Jesus, fuck! Come on, man. Jesus, fuck! Dang, man, come on. Man, this shit getting ridiculous now. Rather ridiculous. Nah, come on, bro. God damn. 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 Da. Man, fuck, dog. You only get to use one special. Yes. You only get to use one special. Yes. Ah, shit. He got me off guard there. Okay, this is where I honestly need to start, because you need that special. I feel like if they give you 2 of them, then that's a little too easy. That's special. I feel like if they give you 2 of them, then that's a little too easy. Oof. Fuck, I didn't even get to hit him. Fuck, I didn't even get to hit him. Cheap fucker. Man, what? Fuck out of here. Man, I didn't elaborate on my review. No, yes, I did. In my review, I did elaborate how difficult this shit was. I said something about if you didn't save your specials at this part. I remember saying that you're more screwed than a sanitation worker who has to work in an area filled with foreign sewage and used orangutan condoms. I remember that was what I had said. Oh my god, he used to say some silly shit. Damn, that fits this description perfectly. Cause like you only got one special in this shit. You can only use it once and you die in one hit. So if you if you get at that part where you don't have a special, like you're fucked. Like it's no way you can win this shit. That's the perfect analogy. That's the perfect analogy. I didn't mean to do it so soon. Dang, bro, like it's too many of these bastards now. Like shit. Fuck! You said orangutans have bad pull-out game. I wouldn't know. I guess that's something you could Google. Do orangutans have premature ejaculation? I couldn't even do the damn Google Voice shit because I hear somebody outside of my window arguing with somebody. I'm surprised y'all can't hear it. I couldn't even do the damn shit. I hear somebody outside. Damn. No! Fucking bitch! I know. Usually gunshots, you know that's right. Bitch. Usually gunshots, you know that's right. Dang. Hey, dang, when we say it in UV, do you honestly remember anybody arguing over there? Like, I remember in our neighborhood, I don't remember too many people arguing. I don't remember roaches in our apartment, and I definitely don't remember rats over there either. Over here, I hear it don't be roaches in my unit, but I remember when I first moved in here, it was a couple of roaches. It definitely be rats over here though, and it definitely be gunshots and arguing. But I live in a nice neighborhood though. Like I said, I told y'all what the median income is over here. So. Like, what the fuck? Fuck you. Honestly, that you're right. That was the most noise I honestly remember hearing in that neighborhood was when the police came and was kicking everybody's door down. God, that's funny. That's literally all I remember over there. I don't remember anybody arguing. Like, it was so quiet over there. Like, I just can't believe how low that rent was and how less crime that was over there as well. Dang, everything's so sensitive in this game too, man. Shit. Fuck. They probably did give him money. You're right about that. That's fucking hilarious. I don't remember any ministry groups coming over our apartment. Not during the time we were smoking. They couldn't have done that. I know I would have remembered us laughing about that. Not during the time we were smoking. They could have done that. I know I would have remembered us laughing about that. Let's see how we could do now. What? Fucking bastard. Damn! Fucking bastard. Yeah, Lil Nas X saying he's pregnant. That's some fucking propagandized bullshit if I knew it. It's gonna be next that he had an abortion. Come on, man. I needed to get more hits than that. Fuck. I'm done now. Shit. Come on, man. I need more hits than that. Fuck. Yeah, you got better memory than I do, because I swear I don't remember that. Yeah, you got better memory than I do, because I swear I don't remember that. Damn. Yeah, like I just mainly being plastered. Yeah, like every time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to say about that guy anymore. I just mainly being plastered. Yeah, like every time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what to say about that guy anymore. What? I'm just tired of all these people, honestly. What? All these artists. shit's starting to piss me off, man. Nah, this motherfucker's kind of hard, man. You gotta be like super concentrated. Like, damn, like what the fuck? He can't take one swipe on the leg? Nah, this motherfucker's kind of hard. Fuck is wrong with him? Damn, what the fuck? Can't take one swipe on the leg? Fuck is wrong with him? Man, what the fuck? Man, I swear this shit's starting to fucking drive me insane right now. I swear this shit's starting to fucking drive me. I feel like when I'm hitting them, I'm like trying to swat a fly away or something. Like, fuck! About to wake my new neighbors up and shit. I feel like when I'm hitting them, I'm like trying to swat a fly away or something. Neighbors up and shit. Damn! Damn! Dang. Yeah, it really does. Like, shit. Especially in this game. I don't even feel bad about doing it in this. Ow. Bruh. Fuck out of here. Come on, just send these motherfuckers. I know you about to send them, god damn it. Shit. Come on, just send these motherfuckers. I know you about to send them. Computer look like it needs to update. Maybe that might be my break point, because I feel like I need to break this shit from the drop. It's fucking crazy. Fuck that, I'm saving. Really didn't want to use that shit. I feel like he was about to get me. Damn. Hey, he set me up for a trap. This shit trying to goddamn update. I mean, that's gonna have to wait, man. Fuck this. I don't want to save it here. I needed that special, honestly. I want to save it here. Special. Shit. Damn! That was close. Fuck! I was too close. I was too close. Ah, shit. Save right here. Shit, we getting there. We getting there. We getting there. Shit hard as a motherfucker. Getting there. We getting there. Hard as a motherfucker. fuck that. Really, all you motherfuckers. Please let that be it. No! Damn! Yeah, it really is. It's like struggling trying to get unemployment here. Shit. Yeah, it really is. It's like struggling trying to get unemployment. Dang, I didn't see that coming. Almost my ass right there. Yeah, motherfucker. Oh, man, that was hard. Yeah, man. Finally got him for a shitty ending. This is a classic. That's that's a classic Sega game for you. It's always all this shit for a shitty ending. Or shitty. It's a classic. That's a classic Sega game. It's always all this shit for. Yeah. Yeah, that was when the Twin Towers were up in New York City in the early 90s. Yep. Feel like I want to play something else. I gotta run an errand probably in a minute, but if I don't get back on tonight, I definitely get on tomorrow. Shit. Like I said, I got more time to stream now that I lost my little job, so should have more time to stream more now. That's why thank God I got my little maintenance thing, cause yeah, and I had that shit, I'd be fucked. Yeah, it is crazy seeing those Twin Towers. In fact, today is 9/11. Now that we sit here talking about the Twin Towers, today's literally the 20th anniversary of that. In 30 minutes, it's gonna be the 20th anniversary of it. That's crazy. You sit here mentioning that, Alex. You weren't even born when 9/11 happened. Like, that's fucking crazy. Like, dude, I remember when I was sitting in class. I remember everybody was scared as fuck when that shit happened. Man, I remember that shit happened was funny as hell. I remember I was sitting in my 5th grade teacher, Miss Gray's class. The one I showed y'all when I was in that picture. I was in her class that year. I remember we was sitting in there. We were getting ready to have to it was on a Tuesday, so we were like getting ready to like for the whatever little lesson we were learning, because we had to take a math test that Friday. And I remember shit, my mom had came in the classroom. It was like I said, my mom taught right across the hall. And I remember she had came in the classroom, and that's when that was back in the day, like when you had to roll out the TVs. And I remember Miss Gray had rolled out the TV, and then they turned it to on CNN, and I remember they was showing a burning building, and I was just like, okay. Burning building. What's the big deal? I'm like, we done seen this before. And then all of a sudden they was like, they got on the intercom. They was like, attention all students, attention all faculty and staff. We are on a lockdown right now. Nobody's going to be allowed to go outside for recess. We will be on lockdown till further notice. That is all. And I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell are we on lockdown? I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell is going on? Like, I'm looking, I'm like, wait a minute, isn't this shit in New York? Like, why are we on lockdown here in Atlanta? And that's, I remember my teacher was explaining to us like what a terrorist attack was and what terrorism was and all that stuff. Well, I've never heard anything about this shit. And we couldn't go outside for recess that day. We couldn't do shit. We were locked down and everything. I thought we were gonna get out of school when that shit happened. Couldn't find out. They said people that read it into the damn building in the plane. And it's this whole conspiracy behind it and all this stuff. I even think they had a segment on Unsolved Mysteries about 9/11. That was like around the time when Unsolved Mysteries was ending. I was just like, wow. Damn, you said the towers were already gone. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, I was about to be 10 years old that year. I literally remember that shit. That's 20 years ago now. Like, god damn, that's fucking crazy. I literally remember that shit. That's 20 years ago now. Like, god damn. And you know what's even more crazy about that? I remember around the time that when that happened, I was ready to go home that evening because me and my brother had just rented Army Men Sergeant's Heroes 2. And my mom didn't let us play the game on the weekdays, so we were thinking we were gonna get out of school. So I was hoping we could get home and play Army Men Sergeant's Heroes 2. I'll never forget when after school we got home. I remember my mom went to this little grocery store called Food Depot in Riverdale. One of the worst grocery stores ever. I mean, we got some groceries from there and we went home that evening. I was trying to go home and play the game. I'll never forget that. One of the worst grocery stores ever. I mean, we got some groceries from there and we went home that evening. Dang, we was in 5th grade that year. We were both in 5th because I know I was in 5th grade, so you had to be in 5th grade too. In 5th grade that year. We were both in 5th because I know I was in 5th grade, so you had to be in 5th grade too. Damn, I didn't even drink a sip of water that whole boss fight. Yeah, but throat was getting scratchy. Yeah, Shadow Dancer never continued. I gotta admit though, I thought this was a pretty cool concept when I first saw this. Like the idea of the having the dog, having the dog as your ally. Like I just thought that was a really good, really good concept. I remember that game, Dead to Rights. They used the same idea in that. Same idea. Just give the Cap Attack a little sneak peek. Let me see how well I can play this game. Yeah, Thunderblade, I can't deal with that right now. What? Well, I could give Thunderblade a try. You said that's funny. It never continued, and the whole game started with a burning building. That's funny. Sega. They got that trademarked. Shock. Matt's decap has emerged from the underworld to invade our world. On, Chuck. Now's the time to show your stuff. The time has come for my underworld army to conquer the surface world. We'll show no mercy on those who stand in our way, if anyone is foolish enough to do so. Be careful, Chuck. Yuck, yuck! Bitchy, be careful, Chuck! We'll show no mercy on those who stand in our way, if anyone is foolish enough to do so. Be careful, Chuck. Bitchy, be careful, Chuck! Oh wow, yeah, I remember these controls. You got a lot of shit to deal with on your hands, Chuck. I gotta do my research on this game too, because I remember. Hold on. Use the cursor to choose an item. I don't remember what all the hell these items do. S. It says use S. One sip of this will extend your reach and strengthen your punch. Oh, okay. Okay. Go back. And go into this. You won't believe what it'll do when you complete this round. Yeah, you got some good physics to it. Okay, so that gives me an extra life extension. Oh. Like the enemies respawn on here too. Over here. Got one of these little jumps. Bounce. Bounce. Wiggle. Gotta bounce and wiggle. What? Fuck. You gotta get your momentum on here. A lot of platforming in here. I feel like I'm going the right way. Yeah. What the fuck, man? I don't know. What the fuck? I figured that I'm gonna need that. Okay, go back. God damn. This ain't my. I don't feel like I'm doing too bad at this game for the first time playing it in like, I don't know, like 10 years. Furthest I remember being able to get was to the boss on this stage. Oh yeah, this game is real non-linear. And you lose your lives fast as fuck. Oh fuck. And once you touch the lava, it's over. That's it? Damn, how the fuck are you supposed to beat this? Okay, so when it says continue, where? That ain't no continue. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, not gonna lie. I'm a little tired. I think I'm probably about to go on and call it a night. That was just a little sneak peek at the cap attack. Shit, I need to get me something to eat. I ain't really had the time to really eat like that, but probably just get on tomorrow or something like that, you know, go from there. But I appreciate everybody for joining in, and I'll catch y'all later.